Welcome back to the KFYR Plus News Desk. And just ahead of Earth Day, the second annual Digital Dust Bunny Survey now reveals that Americans are truly digital hoarders with photos, text, apps, files, data, and more that impact the environment as well as hog our storage and slow down our devices. They're lurking virtually everywhere, turning us into a nation of digital hoarders. However, it's our anxieties that hold us back from deleting that unnecessary data. Joining me right now is Kath Younger, a nationally renowned digital minimalist, here to explain why it's important to clean our devices. Kath, welcome. Thank you for sharing your time with us today.
Thanks for having me.
You got it. So let's help the viewers understand, if we can, digital hoarding. What are digital dust bunnies, and why should we be concerned about them?
Yeah, so I have partnered with Compass Data Centers this Earth Day to do something a little different. A lot of people are out planting trees and picking up trash, and we're encouraging you to do some cleaning out of your digital closet. When you don't have a digital management system in place, you're likely to suffer the same consequences that you might if your house was messy or your home office, from not being able to find things, lack of productivity, wasted time, overwhelm, not to mention the drag on your devices and paying for way more storage than you actually need. Compass builds data centers, which are the physical structures that house the servers and data that we all use. And while they may seem like kind of an odd company to champion chucking useless data, they're actually really passionate about zero waste. I'm the founder of an online course called Digital Clutter that teaches people to simplify and organize their devices. And together we're raising awareness on the digital dust bunny accumulation that we all have.
So why do you think that people struggle with digital hoarding so much?
Well, Compass did a survey of 1,000 Americans and asked them about their digital habits. And the most, 3/4 of people actually said that they had way more useless data than they even needed. They weren't sure how much was too much, and they didn't know what to do about it. When asked why they hadn't deleted it in the past, the number one answer was that they were nervous they would need something in the future, so they didn't want to delete it. And across the board, people were anxious and overwhelmed by their devices, but they weren't taking action. So that's why I'm here today, to give you some tips and tell you that it's not that difficult to get started. It's the 80-20 rule, where if you just make some small changes now, you can have some lasting results in the long term. I always tell people to start with their email inbox. That's where we live and breathe every day. And unsubscribing from all the emails that we get that we don't need is an easy way to kind of stop the watering hose. And look for the unsubscribe link at the bottom of the email. You can always mark it as spam. You can also clean out some of the apps in your phone, the apps that we maybe have downloaded for a one-time use or a game we no longer play. So clean out those apps, and that'll free up some phone storage and also hopefully will help your phone run faster. And then on the computer side of things, you can set a timer and go through your computer, whether it's your hard drive or your cloud storage, and just delete all the files that you no longer need, maybe old drafts or old travel itineraries, things of that nature. And all of these together will have a snowball effect and free up some storage and really help you minimize your digital footprint going forward.
So, Kath, digital clutter, how does it affect, of course, you kind of mentioned some of the things that affects our daily lives, but how does it affect our mental health as well?
Yeah, well, just the overwhelm from having this snowball. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a system in place of what to do with your digital, all of the things that are incoming every day, then you just kind of maybe out of procrastination or avoidance don't do anything, and that just creates this snowball effect that, think 20 years from now how many photos you might be paying to save. And so if we can just create some habits in your daily life, maybe it's a once-a-week digital power hour where you go through and you get to inbox zero and you upload some of your precious memories off your camera roll into your hard drive. That will help you just create like a little bit more of a happy place for all your digital life, rather than this never-ending auto backup that we all do that leads to too much storage.
What are your top tips for overcoming the fear of deleting those the unnecessary data that we've got accumulated?
Well, digital photos is one of the biggest ones, and I feel like a lot of people are so attached to their photos, it's also the hardest. I would recommend people turn off auto backup, because when you have auto backup on, you're saving your screenshots, your blurry photos, the duplicates, things that you don't necessarily want to save, but you just automatically save, and figure out a system or routine in your week to pull out those memories so you're only saving the best possible ones.
Gotcha. How can people start, forming better habits when it's coming to managing their digital storage?
If you go to deletedigital.dustbunnies.com, there is a digital health assessment quiz that you can take. It's a fun quiz. It'll give you some tips based on your personality type. And you can also read some more of the research and realize that you're not alone. This is a very common problem that Americans have. And we all just need to take a little bit of action and just do a little bit better, and that would have lasting impacts for both you and yourself and also the environment long term.
Kath, can we ask you what led you to become a digital minimalist?
I've always loved organizing things, closets and kitchens and that kind of thing. And so I just realized this was such a common problem, and I do have a very clean inbox, and so I just wanted to share just the best practices for other people and help them get started and realize that you can make it tangible. Even though it feels intangible, you can kind of, once you start organizing it, you can make it feel a little bit better.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in your journey towards digital minimalism?
I think just the sheer volume of not only just the digital clutter that people are accumulating, but the incoming, the emails, like we're taking so many pictures every day. People are just overwhelmed. Everyone always has, a phone, an iPad, a computer, a laptop, a desktop. There's so much. And so the more we have incoming and the more devices we have, the harder it is to organize them. And so the more you can sync all of those devices and save in one place, in one cloud storage platform, rather than having them all be their own, can help you just consolidate a little bit. And hopefully, unsubscribing and doing some of that will reduce what's coming in, and that will help save you time, and you'll have less to clean up when it is time to do your digital power hour.
And finally, what advice would you give to someone who feels just overwhelmed by the idea of cleaning out some of these digital files?
Start with the ones that are holding the most storage. You can search for emails based on file size. So you can look for the PDFs, the videos, the large high-res photos that might be hogging a lot of the storage, and you can delete those. I would never tell someone to go one by one through emails or photos, for that matter, because we just don't have time to do that. There's too many. So the more you can work in bulk and just find the biggest offenders, that will help kind of a positive snowball effect and help you get started.
Sure. Kath, if the viewers would like to find more information, where should you direct them to?
Sure. You can go to deletedigital.dustbunnies.com, or you can find me at digital-clutter.com.
Perfect. Kath Younger, nationally renowned digital minimalist, thank you for your time.
Thanks so much.
You got it. All right, 8 minutes after the top of the hour here at the KFYR Plus News Desk. Let's take a break. We'll be right back here with some of the day's top stories next on KFYR Plus.